Okay, Ken, I just wanted to share with you some care and feeding of your file here. This is your original formatted, um, or this is not fully formatted. I was making the video uh, for you, and I realized that this file, the reason why it looks the way it looks now, is because I made the least amount of changes to this. So the all of your paragraphs are the same as you had them. So you'll see it's normal, but the only style that's applied are the headings. So you can change all the headings together, and you can pretty much do whatever you want. If you change the font size, that's not going to have any effect at all because the reader decides what size they read it on. Like if you're reading an ebook on 12-point font, you can change it to 20-point font and read it in 20-point font if you want. So the ebook reader is going to do that for you. You can, however, underline or put it in a different color, or you can, you can make the minor changes to the text. So let's say you want to center all of your headings. I'm just going to center that, and um, I'm going to underline it. Now I'm going to show you over here in the pane. I'm going to go to 2, and you see that it's not changed. Well, I'm going to go back and show you how that's done. I'm going to highlight this, and you see that it's heading 1, and I'm going to update to match selection. That's going to select all of the headings and change them all. Now, that's the only thing you can change en masse because I didn't do much with this file other than proofread it. Let me show you what you could do with your other file. The formatted one, it's fully formatted and rebuilt, so you not only have all of your styles, but let me view this in print layout here. Um, you can change a lot of other things. So I'm going to click on your I'm sorry, I'm a little tired, so I'm talking slow. You had these quotes here in italics, so I'm going to select them, italicize, and update. Well, first let me show you another one. Here's other quotes here on 2. Go back. I'm going to select it. Go up to, you see how it's kind of highlighted? That tells you what style it's in. I'm going to right click, update to match selections. There's 144 quotes here. So update, and all of your things are like that. Now it even gets more complex than this, and this is what's really cool. I'm going to select this and go into, let's say you don't like that it has the tab. I'm going to do a lot of different things here. I'm going to move it over a little bit, and I'm going to come over here to the other side and scoot it in to make it look kind of cool. Or you can center it if you want it centered. Basically, you can format it any way you want, but it's the thing that's a stickler on this is making it look like this. It almost is not worth the trouble because if somebody's reading this on an iPhone, they're going to see this all the way to the right on their iPhone, and maybe this is going to be like 3 or 4 screens. They're swiping across on their iPhone, and I mean it looks bad. So the the best way to do it is to just keep everything uniform, and um, you can, if you don't like that the paragraphs are um, now you can do this yourself or you can tell me and I can do it for you, but you can go back and you can select a paragraph. They're all Kindle paragraphs. You can adjust the um, make any kind of adjustment you want to the paragraphs. You can even add a space. You can go to Format, Paragraph, and then after or before, you can put a space. So let's put a space before. I'm going to put a 12-point font space before. And you see that everywhere in the document, you now have space between paragraphs. Now, this does not look good on readers because you're going to have some pages that have a very big space in between the the first part of the reader and your first word, and some of your first words are going to be up at the top. So it's going to be a very weird reading experience for people if there are spaces between the paragraphs that you had. And also, some readers will put this space in here for you, and what we're doing is we are negotiating with these platforms and giving it the kind of space that we desire, which is a little bit of space and not a lot. So that's one thing. So one thing I would do if I were you is think about what you're willing to work with. What are you willing to give up? If you're not willing to give up anything and you want it to look exactly the way it looked, or closer to exactly the way it looked in the other book, we can certainly do that. But it's going to be a very weird reading experience for your reader. One thing to keep in mind with the images is that they render differently. And you got to keep in mind that your reader is going to be reading on 20 or 30 more different kinds of devices. We know that people will use their iPhones, and think about how big an iPhone is and how your picture shows up. Most iPhones are going to only have the image, so they're going to be reading the book, and it's not going to look like this, where you have this nice pretty picture on the side, and then you have this pretty paragraph. It's going to be one screen is going to show the picture, and then they're going to swipe, and the next screen is going to show the caption, swipe, and then they come to this. And the iPad may or may not do the same thing. So that's something to keep in mind with your pictures and the way things look. Now, it's different with a PDF. Like if you want people just to read a PDF, like you could put this on your website and sell it and have people download it from your website. It's a completely different story. I don't know why the gods punish us like this, but a PDF is very well suited for an iPhone, and you can get it to look pretty much exactly the way it looks on your document, and your reader can experience it just like this. But the ebook platform it's just a different kind of animal. So my whole point is you can make it look like this and sell it as a PDF from your website. You can have a lot more control over the formatting, and or you can use this, and you can manipulate all of your quotes at the same time. You can manipulate all of your paragraphs at the same time. Get it exactly the way you want it to look. Like you can just format this one paragraph, or maybe this one paragraph, to exactly how you want it to look, and all your paragraphs that look like this are going to change. And if you really like the way this is done and you want your images back, all you have to do is open up your other file with your images and just drag and drop your images where you want them, and it'll show up like that on your PDF. And if it doesn't show up the way you want and I will help you get it to look the way you want on your PDF, and you can just tell me this is what I want the paragraph to look like, and I can instantly change it for you. So anyway, just remember your Kindle, you're formatted. I'll go ahead and send this to you again, and you will have that. So that's that. Have a good night, man.